Up first, we have Neal Mazzei from Longboat Key, Florida. Neal's the lead structural and floodplain plans examiner there, and he's going to walk us through how their Barrier Island community navigated back-to-back hurricanes and how they scaled permitting and damage inspections almost overnight. It's a powerful story of innovation under pressure. Hi, Neal.
Hi, I'm Neal Mazzei with the town of Longboat Key. We're just a small Barrier Island community with about 7,500 full-time residents just located off of the coast of Manatee and Sarasota counties in South Tampa Bay, Florida. We just wanted to share with you guys how we responded to 3 devastating hurricanes and how Forerunner has played a key critical role in transforming our substantial damage inspection and emergency permitting workflows during recovery and rebuilding, which is still continuing to this day. The challenges from 2024 storm season. We were originally hit with Hurricane Debbie as a Cat 1 storm with about 20 inches of rainfall in 24 hours. This caused significant stormwater sewer backups, resulting in flooding of most streets and all low-lying areas. And this was just the beginning of our 2024 season. Then on September 6th, Hurricane Helene roared past us, still almost 100 miles offshore. The storm pattern, as it passed us, delivered a nearly 7-foot storm surge in several parts of the island, with the northern end of the island, known as the Village, getting hit the worst. The elevation of this area of the island varies from 2 to 5 feet, 88 NAVD. The typical depth of the water over the island in this area was between 2 and 5 feet. Hurricane Milton then made landfall just south of Longboat Key at Siesta Key just 13 days later on October 9th. This system delivered 115-mile-an-hour winds, ripping off roofs, scattering debris from Helene, and creating 2 to 3 feet of scour on the bay side of the island, causing further widespread damage. Our mid to north end of the island was hit by far the hardest, with the substantial flooding in homes and businesses. We faced over 3,000 substantial damage estimate inspections with a small inspection staff of only 8 to begin with outdated tools. Our old SDE software gave us a 40% range damage, which wasn't accurate enough for our residents or their insurers. At the same time, we needed to quickly issue emergency permits and field thousands of questions from the public. So this was the conundrum we faced. Solutions and innovation for our team, we immediately responded with the resources we had. Alan Parsons, our director, Patty Figg, our building official, Lisa Silverwith, our HR director, immediately contacted the FDEM and the BOAF ICC coordinator and activated a request through our mutual aid agreement. This effort, team SDE inspectors, engineers, and adjusters from all over the country to help us keep up with the demand for SDE inspections. We then opened a satellite permitting office at our library to issue repair permits the same day. However, we still need a faster, more accurate way to complete SDEs in the field. The turning point was with Forerunner and the rapid rollout. Amid the chaos, we urgently partnered with Con Cole and his Forerunner team even before a contract was officially signed with them. Their team worked alongside us from day one, helping us launch digital SDE inspections and customized letters that residents could use for their ICC insurance claims. That support, delivered in real time on the ground, was unlike anything I've seen before, and I've worked in multiple coastal communities throughout the years. Forerunner's mobile app transformed how we conducted SDE inspections in the most cost-effective and efficient ways possible to date. The mobile app produces accurate SDEs down to 0.01%, and the Forerunner team was able to add 5 photos on site during our field work, which increasing the capacity of photos to 15 per report, which added more credence to the report packages. We also customized substantial damage estimate letters, severe repetitive loss, and demolition and elevation mitigation report form letters to provide the homeowners and businesses along with their SDE inspection report packages. Compared to our old SDE tools, the speed, precision, and accuracy of the Forerunner mobile app was night and day to any system I've ever worked with. And here's a demo of doing an inspection.
This is Neal. We're here with the town of Longboat Key. We're going to do an inspection on this using our Forerunner app, show you what a flooded home looks like and what we kind of go through post-storm. So Neal and I have this the Forerunner app pulled up. We basically went in here, have the app pulled up. We're going to type in the address. So we're going to click over here to inspections. We've confirmed the address. We can see it on the satellite imagery. We're going to go ahead and add new. We're going to select substantial damage residential inspection. This is a flood inspection. Even though we're looking for other damage, it's a flood inspection. We're going to convert from feet to inches. We typically do a 12-hour duration, and we're going to choose, this is a single-family home, so we're going to choose single-family residence. At this point, we're going to, it's going to need extensive repairs, so we're going to choose the number 2 option, which is going to apply depreciation here at 66.5. That's reasonable for the damage that we're seeing. And then at this point, we're going to do a other replacement value, and this is going to be based on the home's value in the area. So I'm just going to punch in a number here that we're going to find off of our property appraisal site.
Okay, we're back at the office now with our SDE technician, Sierra Lejeune, and she's going to produce the FEMA ferment map for the report as well as the USGS report for this site that we just went to. So we will include all this in our report, and then we'll go over and I will finish the report at my office. Okay, now we're going to get the ferment map, verify the location, the flood zone, mat panel number, the elevation of 8 feet, which matches our letter. Panel number is correct. Then we'll look at the USGS map, so that the owner has, for their insurance purposes, something in writing that shows that it's approximately 2.84 feet for their particular address. And then of course here's the Forerunner aerial map that has the property appraiser information and layers of ownership showing the property that we were at, and the report that was generated is right here with all of the photos that we just took. And there's the summary breakdown of all the components of the house. This is Forerunner's report. This is from the Manatee County Property Appraiser's office that shows where we got the valuation. And then of course here is the substantial damage letter that was generated by Forerunner. And this is essentially what we will send to the customer so that they can send to their insurance company and hopefully get some ICC funds to help them demolish, elevate, or relocate their structures. Thank you. Okay. The community transparency, we also launched a public webpage through Forerunner so residents could access elevation certificates and all the flood information directly. The goal on this effort was to help eliminate 50 to 75% of the typical flood zone related questions we receive on a daily basis. This has turned out very well. Since launching this webpage, we've significantly reduced day-to-day calls and helped the community feel more informed and empowered during the recovery process. When people do call, they've mostly reviewed the website and have more site-specific questions. There have been over 600 sessions on the public website so far. The town also has a very active Citizens Academy who rates our public services annually each January, and they love the Forerunner resource as well. What's next? Resiliency through the policy and partnership. We're not just recovering, we're building a stronger, more resilient future for the town of Longboat Key. We already passed 2 ordinances in 2024 that allow homeowners and builders to select an optional 2 and 4 feet of freeboard above the minimum required by the Florida Building Code without affecting the building height definition. An updated floodplain ordinance is being drafted with many higher regulatory standards, such as requiring a 5-foot freeboard and declaring the entire island a coastal A zone, so everything would be built to V zone standards. We're also proposing a technical amendment to the Florida Building Code, possibly increasing the wind zone design standards from 150 mile an hour to 180 miles an hour, like the Keys. The overlays that we have with Forerunner's program and platform are excellent, and we've also added all of our fire hydrant locations with the pressures and the ownership of the hydrants, and we're looking to expand that to have the CCCL line and the erosion control line, and possibly zoning and future land use classifications in the future. Our goal is to become one of the most storm-resistant communities and resilient communities in the country. My advice to others is don't wait, act now. Raise your freeboard and wind design standards now. Build staffing capacity before the storm by finding tools and partners you trust to help you scale during a crisis. For Longboat Key, Forerunner, FDEM, and BOAF have been those partners. We're excited to keep building a stronger, more efficient, and more resilient structures and infrastructure moving forward together with Forerunner. And thank you so much to FDEM, BOAF, the Workforce Group with Freddie Roberts managing, Joe and Misty Saltamacchia, Sierra Lejean, and Kim Callanan for all their help to this day. We couldn't have done it without them. Thank you for your time today. I'd be happy to answer any questions or talk any more about our SDE program.